AFC, AFC, sounds fine. AFC, 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 sounds fine. AFC, are you ready for the fight? Nighty night, lights out, no Tyson. About to be the clash.
That is still so funny to me. It will never not be funny. Way better than the Jalen Ramsey one. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle podcast. My name is Samantha Wernett. Hello, and welcome. Football season is near. Week 2 of the preseason. Got some drama in the AFC South. Josh Jr., if you are listening on audio, is staring at his phone in a state of depression. He's now smiling through the pain.
I feel like you now losing, all your guys the last 5 years. So I feel like you now.
Yeah, you feel the pain that Sam felt when Jalen Ramsey left the Jags.
I don't know quite the same, but yeah.
Pretty close. Feels pretty terrible, doesn't it? Ha ha. That's what you get.
She got blocked by Jalen Ramsey, so I didn't get blocked by JT.
No. I didn't get blocked by Jalen Ramsey. I got blocked by Yan.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
One of the other ones we lost, in the sea of defenders that we lost during that era. Well, guys, I am happy to be back. I'm sorry I was not here last week. I got coronavirus. I did it again.
Ooh.
Yay, good job.
And not like the 20,000th time you got it. Like, God.
Oh yeah, I will say this one knocked me on my rear end. I was down. I was down this time. My face is still swollen. I mean, it knocked me on my rear end. Took out. You know what's crazy? It only messed with the women in the house. It only got the women. It did not affect anybody else. It was so weird. But anyways, let's go ahead and introduce our commentators for this evening. Representing the Jaguars, we have Josh, the second best Josh Allen.
Well, yeah. Sure.
Yes.
You said so.
Representing the Texans, we have Matt Briggs.
What up, guys?
Representing the sad Colts, we have Josh Sr.
For one, we're not sad. We're gonna go into week 1 beating our ass, so we ain't sad.
That's
yeah.
Wow.
We ain't sad. We ain't sad.
I smell a challenge.
Yeah, we ain't sad.
No, that's just good old fashioned Josh Senior shit talking, which he knows he can't back up, but that's fine.
He sounds like a Mayo. He sounds like a Titan fan hopped up on Mayo right now, man.
Playing in Indy, y'all don't win. Y'all get the jokes in Jacksonville, but y'all come to Indy, y'all lose. So you know that.
But now though.
Yeah, still I don't get. We can have Vinny Testaverde at quarterback and still beat y'all.
Okay, listen, I haven't even introduced the Titans yet, but the second I do, we're hopping back on the subject, okay? Because you are real confident, and you know how I feel about being overly confident.
I'm glad to have you back. That's what it is.
Oh, is it? I miss you too. All right, representing the Titans, we have a new commentator, right? Was he on here when I was out?
Yep.
Yeah, I was on here, yeah.
Oh, look at that. My bad, Kendall.
No,
Representing the Titans, we have Kendall.
What's up, guys?
We already had somebody in the chat say, who TF is Kendall? Look, you got fans already.
Oh, Lord.
People noticing. I think they're just happy that you're not John Ha because he's such a negatron. But anyways, Josh Sr., let's circle back to this little commentary that you and I were having.
Yes.
Are we making a bet on this?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the bet?
Whatever I win, I give to the charity.
Okay, so charity bet, are we doing profile pick as well?
Oh, I'm not. Oh, hell no. We're just doing it.
No.
Okay.
You were so confident.
Okay, since it's you, I'll do both.
All right.
Both.
So a charity.
Josh learned his lesson profile betting with me with the Yankees. So I think he learned his lesson.
But I did beat you and got money in person from you, so I did beat you.
I mean, you did get me on there, so.
Okay, so charity of your choice. How much? 25? Yes. Are we doing 25?
Say it again.
25.
That's the 25.
25 and a profile pick for a week.
Yes.
If the Jaguars,
Man, look, can I just say this?
Because you're
before y'all
saying that
continue?
you saying that y'all gonna sweep us. You're gonna win in Indy, and you say we can't beat y'all in Jacksonville. So that means you're sweeping us. I
Yes.
doubt that.
no.
Can-
If
can
we're
I-
no. Hold on. If we're doing a sweep, this is going way higher than that. I'm betting for the Jaguars winning in Indianapolis for that.
I know, but if we can't beat y'all in Jacksonville, it's a sweep.
Right, but no.
that's right.
I'm talking about week 1.
That's what she's
I'm not
betting.
waiting. I'm not waiting till we play you guys in Jacksonville. Week 1 is when this is going to go down because, like I said, you came in overly confident.
I never lack confidence. We win in week 1. $25 in a profile bet for a week. Book it.
Book it. Who's
He's
got it?
saying
We
he's
got
saying
receipts.
he's saying that the Colts quarterback is going to be Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
That's
Listen, I've watched
adorable.
that. I've watched their quarterback
That's
for many years. That ain't
adorable.
happening.
Yeah, no, that's adorable. All right.
If y'all
cool.
can lose to Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan, you can lose to Anthony Richardson.
That is a good point.
Oh, I forgot. Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett as well.
I guess
I'm
we'll see in
sorry.
about 3 weeks.
Wait, did we lose to Jacoby?
Yes. Yes, it did. Not 2017 Brissett.
No, I think they lost to Brian Hoyer. I think Hoyer was out that game.
That's even worse.
Listen,
That's even worse.
listen, a bet's a bet. We made it.
Gotcha. Book it.
We'll see. That's going to be Anthony Richardson's first game in the NFL, and you are that confident. Like
Yes.
that man has something to prove. Like
Without-
I don't watch Gators football.
Without
That's-
JT, they ain't got JT no more neither.
All right.
For now, we still have them.
Well, yeah.
Anthony
Fair enough.
Richardson's out to show the whole league that he can overthrow professional wide receivers, not just college wide receivers.
Speaking of JT, perfect segue, right?
Yes.
Hold on. Before we talk about the Colts, we have to get the right music.
Hold on.
We-
Wait.
we need-
We're not NFL news first. We'll talk about JT when we get to the Colts. So
I mean,
hold
that-
on.
that-
Is
that's
there
the
any
only-
NFL news?
That's the only NFL news is
Okay, yeah, but we'll talk about them during the Colts segment. Who's hosting the show, Matt? I'm gone for one.
I'm sorry. I thought you forgot how to do it. Since we
No,
gone so
I'm
long.
gone for 1 week. I'm gone for 1 week, and I come back, and y'all are just running the damn show for me. Go ahead, NFL news, bring it up. So I saw something today. They're doing like an honors thing for Tom Brady, and Bill Belichick's like whining and like, Tom Brady deserves more than 1 day. So is he getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? What's going on with that? Does anybody
You
know?
can't.
No.
You have to be.
Oh,
you have
because
to
he's
be-
not retired long enough.
Yeah,
right?
you have to be retired for like I think about 5 years
Yes.
as a minimum. So
There's something that they're doing, and Bill Belichick is,
I was something in New
playing
England. I
his
doubt.
little
I thought they're
violin.
doing anything for the whole NFL. I mean, that would be just stupid.
I don't know. I thought we were past that, but I guess not. Still same thing. Lots of fighting around the league. There's a lot of angry people in the NFL this year.
Yeah. Did anybody else see that meme?
Mm-mm.
So it's like there's a whole bunch of fights in the joint practices, right? Like the Eagles and the Browns and
So
the
stupid.
Bengals.
Why are we doing
Bengals
that?
is hold on, Bengals and who else? But the Cowboys are the only team that are fighting themselves. Like you gotta be that bad. You gotta fight yourself. Like, bro.
Yeah, but it was the Chiefs a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
you know.
that was before joint practices. That was at the
Yeah, but still,
training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but
I don't know.
still funny beating up your own players.
Craziness. All right, let's go ahead. We'll start with the Colts. Where you at, Josh?
He's a spirit. He says, "See you guys, I'm out
I'm here. Who phone is that?
Phone show in Indy. We need some circus music.
That's the circus music.
So what's going on down there in Indianapolis at the circus that is the Colts organization there,
here."
Josh?
Big red top, or was it the big blue top?
First
huh?
of all, we will never play that song when y'all wore masks and shit in the fucking stadium.
We would have.
Y'all did.
I would have loved if they'd played that song while the fans were wearing the clown makeup in Jacksonville. Would have been amazing.
It was so much fun. I dressed up. No shame.
There's no circus in Indy right now. We just have a disgruntled running back that's said he should be over, paid. So it's just house stuff we're dealing with. There's family stuff we're
So
dealing with.
give us the rundown on it for people that don't know.
Well, if I want to go back to April, he said that he's not going to let this be a distraction, and he's just going to play out his contract, and that he signed on the dotted line knowing that he got a 4 years to deal with. He ended up finding his agent, hired a new agent, which is the same agent as Darius Leonard, and now he's holding out and dealing with.
Cody says trade Irsay.
Yeah, I trade Irsay for the owner for Atlanta.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No. I was saying that's what I was going to tell you. Go ahead.
It's a lot since April has been said from him and his agent and from Irsay and Ballard.
Back issues.
Just back issues. They said that he said he don't have issues.
Yeah.
It's a lot going. But where today they announced that they allowed him to request a trade or find a seeker for a trade.
So, where do you think he's going to end up?
Well, hold on. The Colts did come out saying that they want at least a first-round pick or multiple picks that are equivalent to a first-round pick.
Who's our backup?
But really?
I mean,
not that
it's hard to get that now.
Taylor is a great running back. Don't get me wrong, but a first-round pick, who needs?
I mean,
that bad?
if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, like you're not thinking about that. The Ravens,
but do they need him?
They need him. Yeah, they need him. The Bills need him. If the Bills get him, I think they're gonna go far.
Maybe they can trade. What's his name? Because the other NFL news, I guess, was the wide receiver in Buffalo wants out. What's his name? Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. Maybe,
well, they said that he said it wasn't true. He said that it was. He's denying that right now. So we don't know if that's true or not with him. But I wouldn't mind having it if there was something that was offered.
Yeah. And then you guys, officially announced Anthony Richardson as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I know people say that we should have let him sit, but you don't drop
a little
guy.
early. A little early.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, the question y'all been saying for as a Gators fan and other fans that are not Colts fans, y'all been saying that he only played 13 games. Well, if he haven't played 13, he only played 13 games, and he needs the experience. Why would he sit on the bench if he needs the experience? He should play, whether he throws a pick or fumbles or have a bad game. He needs that experience since he only had 13 games in college. He should play.
You can't draft a guy that high and not start him. You got to find out whether he is your franchise QB. And you got to find out fast, as fast as possible.
Can I address a comment real quick?
Sure.
It says Bills won't trade Diggs for a run back. Come on now. I don't care. It's true. Excuse me, sir. Bill O'Brien traded DeAndre Hopkins for Johnson, okay? It can happen. Anything can happen in the AFC South. So don't say it won't happen. All right?
Never say never.
Yeah, for real.
I hope that does happen now.
Remember, so my favorite trade that's happened as of late that really didn't get as much press as it should have. The most recent dumb trade, I should say, in the AFC South was that whole oh my gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? Quarterback from Tennessee, played here, played for the Steelers. No, played for the Steelers.
Josh Dobbs.
Dobbs. Okay. That trade was crazy. We traded the Steelers for picks, and then they ended up trading us back and basically got free picks out of him for him to just go to Tennessee. And almost borderline almost made us look silly. Okay. That would have been real embarrassing for Josh Hobbs to beat us with that whole trade that happened. But that didn't even get as much news because he kind of hung out here for a couple years and then they got all their picks back is what ended up happening. The Steelers did it. And for them to ultimately trade him to Tennessee. It's the freaking AFC South, man. I swear. But anyways, Josh, what's up? Give us the rundown of the game. I know it's only preseason. You know, we're gonna have all the shit talking and all that, but you know, how did you feel? How did the starters even play? I didn't
No, it was
get a
your
chance
boy
to
Gardner.
watch the Colts clown show. So
Your boy Gardner played, and he played pretty well. He played pretty good in the first quarter. Then we let no first half. Then we let Sam Ellinger play the second half.
listen, Gardner Minshew is a damn good backup quarterback. Okay.
Yeah, he did show that. He did. I mean, he looked pretty good. I mean, I know people say, well, he should be a starter since he played good in preseason, but I mean, the Bears came out and said that they're not going to play any starters, so that's why we did it. You know, people were saying, well, why didn't AR play when he need the reps? But he had so many reps in joint practice. That's why they didn't go out and land him to start in that second preseason game. But he should be playing Thursday against the Eagles.
So how are you feeling this year? I know before preseason, so I wasn't on last week. When was the last time I was on training camp? Harish, we had Harish on, and he was like, just throw the whole season away. How are you feeling about it now?
I mean, I still feel the same. I said that I got us the ceiling at 9 wins. I got the lowest at 6 wins. So I still feel the same. I'm not moving from that.
Josh, my friend, 9 wins.
I mean, I just said the ceiling. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, you can't come in and say that you thought that Jacksonville win the division.
I'm the non-biased host, sir. You have to ask Josh Allen about that.
Okay, Josh Allen. But you guys can't sit here and say you thought you guys were going to win the division.
Actually, I think Josh was calling it last year before the season started.
I think he did.
Me?
Yeah.
I said we were going to win the division. I think you must have a different Josh Allen. There is no way that I said that.
No, it was Nico from the first until.
That sounds like something she would say for sure. No,
Hey,
man, I'm the John Haw of Jaguar fans. I always think we're going to suck. Like secretly, like deep down, I'm always like, nah, we suck. We always suck. But you know, this year I think maybe is the only exception to that. Where like looking at the team, I have more faith. Anyway, we're not talking about the Jags, but I have a lot more faith in Doug Peterson than I have in any other coach the Jags have ever had. So,
yeah.
Oh, I mean, like I said, 9 wins. I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I'm not saying that, you know, I go through the list of teams and I can say, okay, we can win this game. We can win this game. We can lose this game. But the games that we lose, we could win those games. That will put us at 9 wins. But we can lose those games and put us at 6 wins. So
the Jaguars were one drive away from being a 14-win team. Like 5 games, they lost by 1 score or less, right? And they had an opportunity to go win it. And I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that's going to happen this year. But I get what you're saying. Like it's not, you know, especially, you know, if the Texans, if two teams take a nosedive and end up being terrible, it's not crazy to think, you know, 9 games. You know, I don't know if it's likely, but it's not impossible.
I mean, you guys don't want us to get Marvin Harrison Jr., you know, so, I mean, you guys don't want us to do that. So, I mean, you guys want us to improve this year so that we could, I guess, get a mid-pick.
You guys are going to have to get a quarterback next year, though.
Look,
we got one.
We're okay.
They think they got one, yeah.
We're okay when you get Marvin Harrison Jr. You're going to have to trade him in 4 years anyways when you get him. He's going to have back problems.
Is he going to throw the ball to himself? Or?
Right. He's going to sit out, have back problems. You know, promise you he's not going to leave.
No, we're not the Texans and the Jags. We keep our players. This is the only player that done this after 4 years.
You're such a homer. Don't you dare. Andrew Luck literally went, I'm out.
8 years though. He played 8 years though.
Right, but he's still right. But it's not like you guys have people just like retiring gracefully.
Like, I mean,
do you know if Marvin Harrison Jr. owns any guns?
Now that could be that's a possibility. But y'all acting like the coaches have retiring players coming off left and right. This rarely happens to the ending. You know, Luck retiring like that in 8 years, and JT wants out in a contract, but inside his rookie contract. That don't really happen to us.
Listen, I'm going to stand by it. You guys have not been the same since Andrew Luck did that. It has been
I agree.
Slow decline. I did love Jeff Saturday as a coach, though. That was good. That was good trolling. I like.
We're not. That's always that's behind us now. We got to move forward. We got Shane Steichen and give Shane Steichen his due.
I mean, to be fair, that was less than a year ago.
that was a mistake that shouldn't have happened. You know, we behind that now. You know, there was a little hiccup on the way to where we at now.
All right. Anything else to add for the Colts?
We're gonna beat Jacksonville week 1.
No. I mean, yeah.
You said
sure.
anything to add? I mean, I'm adding that to
Yeah,
what's
that's
going to
adorable.
happen.
Yeah, I love that for you. I'm the non-biased host. You're lucky. Josh, would you like to comment on that as the Jaguars?
Listen, the Jaguars aren't losing to Anthony Noodle Arm Richardson. All right, it's just not happening.
Noodle arm. He has the arm
we in fact we are never going to lose to Anthony Richardson. Not a game ever in his whole career. We're going to sweep him the whole time he's in the NFL. Anytime we play him, we're going to hang 50 on him. Jags by 50. Next topic.
Let's segue straight into the Jaguars. Go ahead.
You know, Jags are going to win week 1. Let's just start there. I hate the preseason. Fan favorite. They call him the tugboat. What's his name? I'm forgetting his name, Sam. Dang it. I had it. But there's a lineman, offensive lineman from the Jacksonville area who's on the team, and he tore his patella. So who knows how he's going to be out. There's a handful of other injuries. We are in the season of I hate the preseason, and I wish it would end. All these injuries are dumb. Especially, I don't want any more.
The chat is saying
Cooper Hodges. That's right. Sorry, I just totally blanked. I had it and totally blanked. But I especially don't want any Titans to get injured, because when we sweep the Titans this year, I don't want to hear any excuses about, oh, our defense was hurt, or oh, we didn't have Ryan Tannehill. Oh, I don't want to hear it anymore. When we sweep you guys, we're fully healthy this time.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah. You know, we.
There's a lot of delusion from your fan base.
So
I can see why you and Sam are best friends. Y'all look the same.
Oh yeah, we're the same type of crazy.
I didn't. What do you mean? I didn't say anything. I am the non-biased host. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, letting y'all talk.
Drinking your Diet Coke, like, come on.
Like every episode. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's not
the
a
best team on the show.
I think you know, there was some clamor amongst Jaguar fans over the backup quarterback battle of Nathan Rourke versus CJ Beathard. And I tell you, I'm sure I'm in the minority. I could not care less who the backup quarterback is. That person is irrelevant, because if Trevor Lawrence, for any reason, God forbid, goes down with an injury, it doesn't matter if it's Nathan Rourke or CJ Beathard. The season is done. The goose is cooked.
But wouldn't it be nicer if it was Gardner Minshew?
No, Gardner Minshew has had many opportunities to show that he's a franchise QB, and he's not done it. So.
I'm not saying franchise, but he's a backup quarterback.
Gardner Minshew is Todd Bowman with better PR. And Jaguar fans, hopefully you get that reference. Todd Bowman was a guy they kept bringing back as like a backup and a starter when players would get injured. There was one point where they needed Todd Bowman to come and practice with the team, either as a backup or a starter, and they called him, and he got mad because he was plowing a field on his tractor. So he's literally sitting on a tractor taking a call from the team, like, why are you guys calling me? But they literally couldn't get anyone else to pick up the phone. But Gardner Minshew is just Todd Bowman with better hair, better PR. That's all it is. He's Uncle Rico repackaged, you know, and I bet he could throw that ball over the mountains, but then he never does in a game. So, you know, Gardner Minshew.
Cody got a good point. Gardner Minshew is the new Fitzmagic.
Yes, absolutely. But you know, there's not a whole lot of news, you know, that other than the starters are going to play probably until they do something amazingly good, or they're going to play the whole first half, is what Doug Peterson said. I hate that. I wish we would not have them play that long. I don't want to see any injuries. I just want to get out of there with. I couldn't care less what the score of any of these preseason games are. They don't amount to a hill of beans in the grand scheme of life. You know, so that's it. I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for these stupid shenanigans to be over.
I agree. Anything else to add?
Nope.
All right. That's short and sweet. All right. Titans. Kendall. Hi.
Hello.
Poor Kendall. You know what? Hold on. Before you go on, I feel kind of bad because I'm normally better prepared. Every time we have a new Titans fan on, I normally give them like a gift, and I didn't have one for you today, and I feel really
it's
bad
all
about
good.
that.
No, it's all good.
But I will ask you for the future, and I'll make sure I get it to you. What is your favorite brand of mayonnaise?
I actually don't like
You
mayonnaise.
fell for that one. You fell for that one, man.
We did that to him last week. Actually, I already Sam.
You already did it?
Yeah.
You took my joke
We did.
while I
Yeah.
had the novel coronavirus.
Technically, Matt took your joke. I thought you had Ebola and you were going to die, so I didn't care that he took your joke.
Wow, you're like, let's just go ahead and take Sam's joke because she might be dead in a few days, anyways.
It was an homage, right? R.I.P. Sam. Now we're stealing your content.
Look at me, I still got swollen face. I'm just about.
And here at the Fan Battle Sports Network, when someone steals someone else's content, we call that a Leonard.
Oh!
I haven't forgotten, Leonard. I know you're going to see this. I haven't forgotten, buddy.
I'm dead. Oh man.
Anyway, back to the Titans, Kendall. How they doing?
I didn't get a chance to watch the game this weekend because I had a busy weekend. But from what I saw and heard, it looked like the running game was pretty good, and I think I heard that the offensive line did pretty good. So I have to go back and watch it. I recorded it, but yeah, quarterback situation. I ain't even gonna talk about that because
which is so weird because you guys literally have 3 possibilities at this point.
Yeah, and really, I just think.
And Malik Willis played the whole game, didn't he?
Yeah, because
I have a
Levis
feeling
had an injury.
I have a feeling Levis had an injury. I don't know. Something's not adding up.
Yeah, they said he choked on a banana peel.
Oh yeah, stirring his mayonnaise coffee with a banana peel. I don't know though. Something's not adding up in Tennessee. Like I know, what they draft him, 3rd round, 2nd or 3rd.
I think second
round. Levis went in the 2nd round.
Second.
Okay, but ever since he got there, he just hasn't been like I've heard. Malik showing out like just trying to fight for that spot. And I mean, it's kind of obvious in a way that it's like out of those 2, who is going to be the next? Almost like they're putting Tannehill in a step down program. Like this is
It's weird. Yeah.
It feels like that because you're not hearing Tannehill get talked about a lot, but you're hearing those 2 get talked about a lot. I don't know. Something just doesn't add up with that situation. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the same. Like I just think that they talking about that because really they just want to see who's going to be the better quarterback. Which if I had to pick who would be the second quarterback QB2, it would be Malik just because he knows the system and it's been year 2. And I think his ceiling, in my opinion, I think Malik's ceiling is higher than Will Levis because I honestly didn't see anything from Will Levis that I liked in Kentucky. So I never saw it.
I feel bad for Malik because I don't feel like he really got like a chance. You know what I mean? Like a good chance.
Can we talk about Malik for a minute? I owe Titans fans an apology. I know we're not a stat-driven show, but Kendall, if you'll let me borrow some of your floor time, I would appreciate it here because
go ahead,
I have to apologize to Titans fans. Titans fans spent a lot of time over the last month and a half telling me very loudly and obnoxiously and with a lot of mayo-infused vigor that Malik Willis is now a standout quarterback in the NFL. He is Steve McNair reborn.
God.
He is ready to take over when Tannehill is ready to step down. So I'd like to read you 2 stat lines and show you just how much improved Malik Willis is. This is week 2 of the preseason in 2022. Malik Willis, 7 of 17 for 80 yards, for an average of 4.7 yards, 1 touchdown, and a passer rating of 75.6. And boy, let me tell you, week 2 of this season, he was much improved. 10 of 17 for 85 yards, an average of 5.0 yards, 0.3 yards per pass improvement, 1 touchdown. He even added an interception. He didn't have any interceptions last year. His interception number grew and increased. And his passer rating is a 67.0. Yes, so if passer rating was like a golf game, you could say Malik Willis was better. But I'm here to tell you that Malik Willis sucks. So eat some more mayo, Titans fans, and shut up about Malik Willis.
Wow. Well, yeah, but who was he playing with?
Man,
I don't know.
That's a lot, Josh. That's a lot.
He played all 4 quarters, so he was playing with everybody.
That's no offense to you, Kendall. I like you. You seem like a Titans fan who doesn't snort mayo through their nose before they jump on the internet and say dumb things. You seem like one that has a brain, and I appreciate that about you. So just know none of that was directed at you. That's all of the mayo snorting Titans fans and the NFC South fan battle group.
Don't let him him do that like groom pat down thing that he's doing to you. That was shit talking.
Hey, I'm just he being real though. That's all I really care about. Like, I honestly, Malik would never be Steve McNair. Whoever said that, I don't know who said that and why. But
Are you in the AFC South Fan Battle Facebook group?
Yeah.
There's people saying some really stupid ass things in there. Okay.
Really? Oh yeah, like Spears is gonna be the next CJ2K.
Nah. He's gonna be a good compliment with Derrick Henry, but he's not gonna be the next CJ2K. I mean, he'll be good enough to, take Derrick out for a few plays and save him, but I don't think he's gonna be like just the next when Derrick Henry's gone, he's gonna be the next premier running back in the AFC South. Like, I don't think that, but I think he'll be a good running back to have. I think he'll be a good running back. I don't know, the running backs we'll have in the future in the AFC South, but I think we'll all have equally, maybe the same amount of decent caliber running backs in the South. But I think he'll be good this year as a rookie. But as regards to Malik Willis, I just think he needs more work. I just think, from year 1 to year 2, I think I've heard that, your biggest leap is from year 1 to year 2. He's just not, I don't think he's it. Like, I think we should just go ahead and just pull the plug on him. And, as for Levis, we're going to have to see, with him, how he grows and how he develops. So it's just the quarterback position for us is just a total just toss up right now. And hopefully even I hope that offensive line, I hope they can, hold up this year too. So
here you go, kiddo. This is for you, bud. Malik next McNair, Henry next George, Tig next Wycheck, Super Bowl bound.
There's that delusion.
That's your fan base out there, buddy.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
Chig was the one out there dropping passes in that preseason game, though. So
Oh Lord.
Rubber hands
so,
up. Conquo.
Let me ask you, Kendall, is this Derrick Henry's last season?
That's hard to say. I think if he has another good year, like if he, I say if he goes over 1,500, I think we'll keep him for another 2 years. I don't know.
Does he have 2 more years in him? I mean,
I really think next year might be his last year with us. I don't think it'll be his last year playing, but I think it might be his last year playing with us. Because like
I have a question about that.
We've used him a lot. Like we've used him a lot. And what is he, 30 now? 29 or 30?
29.
29.
Is he 29? I thought he was in his
29.
30s.
He should be 30 this year, I think.
Still, y'all beat that cat like a dog.
I think this will probably, because like I said, Tyler Spears will be a good running back that'll compliment him when he's gone. So I think he probably has maybe 1 more year in him. If he has a good year, I give him 1 more year. I think if he has a promising year, that might give him more motivation to stay another year. But I think I'll give him 1 more year with the Titans.
Yeah, Henry seems kind of Brady-esque in how he takes care of himself during the offseason, right?
Yeah.
I only know that because of all of the shirtless pictures that Titans fans like to post online of Derrick Henry. But in all seriousness, he does seem like he's very meticulous, like in what he eats and how he trains in the offseason. There's some of these dudes that make you wonder if they're just sitting around all the time. And listen, no judgment really, because I'm sitting around all the time, even when I'm in like prime season of my work. So I'm not a physical specimen to behold like some of these guys are, but Derrick Henry seems like he makes it a point to try to take care of himself. So that does make you wonder if he's gonna have more in the tank than people expect as far as like how many years he has left.
He's that Florida water.
I think as a running back too, for the Titans, all they do is, that's what they do is run the ball. So I'm like, look, you can't run the man into the ground, but he's Derrick Henry. He's like 250 pounds, and I'm like, okay, is he gonna wear out? Is he gonna contribute? So I don't know, but I give him another year.
Well, the thing about Henry too is that injury that he got a couple years back, his turnovers. Yeah, his turnovers have been through the roof ever since. He had 11
he had 2 against the Jags, didn't he? I think he had 1 against the Jags or 2.
And he had 2 against the Texans too. He had 11 last year. So that's the thing you have to worry about him is holding onto the ball.
Yeah.
Here's this guy just commented, and it's kind of something we were just talking about. Real question is if Eric North, sorry. Real question is if it's Tannehill's last year. If Tanny plays well and Malik and Levis don't drastically improve, Tanny could come back next year. But Levis is a second round pick, so you only get him for 4 years. Not sure if they would want him to sit for 2, but if he sucks, he could. I have a feeling we're not going to see Levis get much play time.
No.
I'm gonna call that
No.
now. I don't see that happening. Just
No, I don't. Either.
Yeah, it
there's
seems like
been
it's shaping up that
already
he's the
too many
third,
problems. Yeah.
the third string QB.
I think
and
it's
Malik's
shaping up. He's
backup.
gonna
No.
be. I think he's gonna be the backup, and they're
Yeah.
probably gonna trade him. We'll see how. I think it would be more or less like how is that gonna play out last year, but it's definitely
Right.
confusing.
This
And
would be
I-
the perfect scenario for the Titans next year. They go
And I
like
think
2-15, and they draft Caleb Williams with the number 1 overall pick. You draft a quarterback in first, second, and third. How great would that be for us for the podcast? Like that would be gold.
Oh, it wouldn't,
Dude,
man.
yes, it would. Like you waste 3 picks on a quarterback each year. That'd be great.
It would be great.
But I will say, I just thought about this too. This just popped up in my head before I forget it. Depending on how good, Hopkins and Burks are this year, I don't know how that's going to turn out. Then I would probably give Derrick Henry 2 more years because we use him less because we can actually throw the ball more. But that's just another thing.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy because
I show you AJ Brown, sir. And
I was about to say the same thing. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming
and you
up the
got-
same. Thanks for pulling the winner. All right.
when is
thanks
the
for-
how does
contract
it
is over,
feel,
though?
Matt?
What?
When his contract is up?
Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry. Yeah.
I think he's got another 2 years after
Another
this.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the question I had to ask was, since he was in that Zoom call with the other running backs, is he going to acquire a lot of money? Because
I think he will. Because
he's making 14 now, right?
Yeah, he's gonna want another bag if he outperforms again. So I think, and honestly, I don't think they'll give it to him just because he'll be
31.
31. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get what he wants. Like,
Here's some more delusional for you, Kendall.
They could structure.
Oh, speaking of delusional, the king of delusions.
Burks is better than AJ Brown.
Shane, I will personally ban you from this show. Get your nonsense out of here, bro.
No, he won't. But this is the thing is that's what we heard. Like I will never forget that night of the draft when AJ Brown was traded in the middle of the draft, and they picked up Burks. They're like, "Oh, it's fine. This is it. It's basically the same person."
Oh, we just got the next AJ Brown.
We just got the younger AJ Brown.
I was heartbroken.
We got the AJ Brown that wants to be here. I remember someone
understand.
saying that. We got a version of AJ Brown that actually wants to be here. Like, no, the other dude wanted to be here. Your GM just didn't want him to be there.
And that's why he got
They
that.
said that because they had the same. They're the same like size and weight, so they were like, "Oh, it's the same thing, same person." I'm like, "Nah."
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Mike Variables
30% of
Oh my
Treylon
God.
Burks' weight is from cheeseburgers. So it's not the same.
That is true.
BMI is a little different.
So what about last point? What about DeAndre Hopkins? How's that going?
I'm excited.
Honestly,
about
how
it.
is that going?
He's not practicing.
He's practicing, but I'm excited about it. But I just don't know how the turnout's gonna be. Like I don't know, just because Julio didn't work out, Robert Woods didn't work out, and I'm just like, okay, so now you bring in another 31-year-old wide receiver. I was excited about it, but I just don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know if it's gonna be good, bad, if he's gonna help us. That's just really I gotta see, week 1.
So we got an OG, one of the founding members of AFC South Fan Battle. He's too busy for us now, but he just commented. Chris Elliott says, "Hi, Sam, Matt, and Josh Sr. We miss you, Chris Elliott. We miss you." All right, go ahead.
But I think he's still, if he can be, the DeAndre Hopkins that we know to be, then yeah, it'll help out a lot. I think he'll get us farther than what we had with NWI, which isn't nobody to me. But I just hope it works out for the best. So, and then people say, you got DeAndre Hopkins and you got Derrick Henry. Which one do you account for? Which makes sense because it's like, so it's a toss up for me. I just hope it goes well.
Do you feel hopeful for this season? And what is your prediction?
Yeah, I do. I feel when DeAndre came, I felt better than what I did because
No, listen. We didn't hear a word from the Titans fans. Not a word. They were silent. And then the minute y'all picked him up, it was like, oh yeah, how about that? All over Twitter, in the group, you couldn't get away from the Titans fans. I was like, where y'all been?
Yeah. I'll say prediction. I'll say maybe 8 to 9 wins. I'll say ceiling. If we have a good just a beast year, I'd probably say 10. Maybe the low ceiling, I'd say like 7. Between 7 to 10. Because I think we have like the 5th easiest schedule supposedly. So
yeah.
But I would probably say about 8 or 9 though. That would be my prediction.
Cody, one of the commentators from the Jaguars fan battle said, how did the fan battle find the only sane Titans fan to be a commentator? That's a compliment coming from a Jaguars fan.
So what about Burks though? I mean,
Appreciate
what's this timetable on his return? I know he got hurt.
I think they said 4 weeks. I think it should be like a week before the season opener, or like maybe like the week right up to the season opener. So he should be, back on time. But if it were me, I would probably just keep him out until week 2 because I wouldn't want to rush anything back because supposedly this was supposed to be his breakout year, and I would just let him sit out for a game, make sure he's 100%, and then see what you got with Derrick Henry and the whole trio together. Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion. That's what I would do. I don't know. Hopefully he's healthy enough to play week 1, but if not, I keep him out till week 2. But yeah, that's my take.
All right. Well, Matt, saving the worst for last.
All right. So I'm supposed to talk about the preseason game? Okay, so look, go to your nearest McDonald's, right? Go in the back of the parking lot, open up the lid of the dumpster, and there it is, the Texans preseason game, all right there in the dumpster. No,
are you still confident?
No, are we going to win the division? No. We're going to win 6 games, I think. That's an improvement.
Is that top? Is that the top?
Yeah, we won 6 games in the last 3 years. Like that's got to be the top, right? Like,
no. What's your name? Your second draft pick after your court? What's his name? Will Leonard Jr. or whatever, or what's his name?
Will Anderson Jr.
Will Anderson Jr. He made a tackle, and Texans fans promptly told me that they were the greatest team in the history of football. When the lineman, the right tackle, clearly whiffs, pulls inside like he's blocking somebody that's imaginary.
Well, I mean, I will say Will Anderson he's been a beast this whole preseason. But again, it's preseason. I get what you're saying, Josh. I mean, the left tackle was like second, third string guy. But it was an amazing play. I mean, don't get me wrong. The dude,
it looked cool. It was fun because he blew up some tiny little baby running back and then got to the quarterback. Like that, it literally looked like a toddler trying to tackle a grown man with that running back trying to block Will Anderson Jr. It was ridiculous.
For people to describe or to base the season off preseason is just idiotic. I mean, the Ravens are about to win their 25th straight preseason game. And look at that. I mean, they win every year in preseason, and they still haven't won the Super Bowl. Like, you cannot base your season on preseason. Anything can happen. Your starters ain't out there. I will say C.J. Stroud looked a lot better.
You're still testing the playbook. I mean,
you're right.
Like a lot of it.
Matt, you need to talk to Leo then, because Leo he's going off on Twitter.
You can't talk no sense from some of these people. But C.J. Stroud, he's looking really good. Again, like Sam said, you're testing out the playbook. There's a couple plays where Dameon Pierce totally missed a block, and then the tight end Dalton Schultz, he just did not run the right route and kind of ended the play. But defense is looking better, and offense is one step closer. Like I said, we're not going to win the division. But
now, let me ask you guys a question.
We're going to win. I say we're going fighting for second place.
How would you guys feel about getting rid of, making it like a 2? Because, I mean, think about it. It's basically game 1, you play your starters. Game 2.
Well, I know where you're getting where you're getting at too. Also, forgot to break the news. The Texans and the Saints both mutually agreed to not practice together at all They're
So,
they're
well,
not
right.
doing
Well, besides that, like preseason in general, right? Like
Right.
the first game you play your starters, and then the second game it's like the starters will play, but mainly just because like they want people to like not show up.
Right.
By game 3 and 4, it's just practice squad people or people fighting for the 53-man roster. So like,
You would think, but a lot of like John or what's it, Josh? I don't know. Somebody said that the starters are going to play all the way until like the third quarter. Like for some reason, teams played their starters 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter they put the like I don't understand it.
yeah,
Like,
but the game 3 and 4 they're gonna do that.
yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, the Jags on week 3. The Jags starters are playing it at least into the second quarter, if
That's
not
because
all the
they're
way
playing.
to halftime.
Yes, that's because they're playing here and they want people to go.
Well, that's
No,
the Texans
I
are
don't
playing
know.
in
Maybe.
the Texans are playing in New Orleans, and CJ Stroud's going to play
That's
three
still
quarters.
close. That's still close enough.
How many interceptions is Stroud going to throw?
0.
I think 2.
I'll say 0.
Well, either way, I'm saying that we have 18 weeks, so 17 with the bye. I wish they would make it 20 weeks long, and only have 2
Preseason?
Players wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but you were still playing that many games.
They didn't want to play all these preseason. That's why they cut down one game and they added it, and they threw a fit about that.
Well, I'm saying add one more.
The owners and players they'll find a reason to throw a fit about it. I mean, it took hell just to make 17 games instead of 16 games. So, I mean, I like your idea, Sam. Get rid of preseason. I agree with Josh. This is like I'm glad it's back because it's football. But this is the most boringest part of the NFL. Like,
yeah, I wonder if there's some way to create like a summer league, kind of like the NBA does, like a weird, like developmental league where it's like feels like basketball, but it's not real basketball.
I was responding to the comment. He said everybody plays their starters, and I said hit or miss. They didn't always.
No, yeah, every team does it differently, and that's part of the problem. That's one of the reasons that you can't really judge anything off these preseason games, because at one point the Titans starting O-line was in the game, and the whole team on the other side of the ball and the rest of their team was all backups. Like sometimes they mismatch starters. Like, there's no rhyme or reason or uniformity to it. But I've always wondered if there would be some way to have like a 4 or 5 week developmental league with players who aren't like starters or like on the bubble to give coaches time to evaluate some of these players without having to do
like an extended combine.
Well,
or like a minor league or something, some sort of combination of
sign a whole bunch of XFL, USFL players in your bubble roster and just do a whole talent, like have your rookies out there, have the guys who wouldn't usually have a chance to make the team and see what you got. Like, I agree, Josh. I think that's it's called the XFL, but
but it's not. The XFL is not, because you have to. You have to play by the same rules as they would play in an NFL game to truly evaluate, like as an apples to apples.
And the speed is a lot different, right? I mean, like the NFL, there's a reason why the players play in the NFL, not the XFL.
I mean, people get signed from the XFL all the time,
but don't make an impact. But
and it's weird that the NFL hasn't done that, because the NFL is all about dominating the calendar, even when it's not like the regular season, right? And there's this big gap from basically the draft until free agency starts, and you would think like right there in the middle of that they could do something, but I don't know, whatever. What do I know? But problem is the money. Joe Snyder says the problem is the money. They're rolling in dough, dude. They got money. Like, money is not.
Yeah, they got money.
Money's not the obstacle. I think it's more so the Players Association is not going to go for.
The XFL pays a base salary, so they pay $60,000 no matter what, just to play. But somebody else brought up the point: there's only 8 teams. You'd be playing 32. The only way that you can make that work is to maybe do like by market. So
that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't necessarily be a 1-to-1 correlation of teams. So it'd be more like a minor league where you have less teams, but all the talent pool is there. Like there's got to be a way to do it, right? Where we don't.
Well, you could do something where you had like Orlando, and then that's like the hub.
San Antonio.
I would rather die than see Orlando get anything that's associated with the NFL. If you don't know, like outside of Florida, like people who are from Florida and in Florida, they can't stand the people that live in Orlando. No one likes them. They're just not people that we want to associate with.
That is not true.
Orlando sucks.
I like Mickey Mouse. That's my dog. So
Yeah,
shout
that's
out.
not the people. That's entertainment. That's different. But
I don't think anybody lives in Orlando. They all work in Orlando or go to school in Orlando. Nobody
the
lives in Orlando.
Floridians don't live in Orlando. People who move to
That is
Florida.
false.
live in Orlando.
The people from Press Off the Boat live in Orlando. Okay, I watch
No. Yeah, well, that's fake news. That's fake news.
Orlando's better than Miami. Literally everything's better than Miami. Miami is awful. It's not fun. If you're going to Miami, it's like you might as well get on a boat and go to an actual Caribbean island with beaches that don't suck. Because Miami's overrated.
Josh is so much fun at parties, guys. Do you hear this?
I am fun at parties.
All right, Matt, anything else to add?
Tank Dell is not going to play because they know he's going to be the starter. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, 6 wins, fighting for second place in the division with 6 wins.
So who gets first?
Come on now. I mean, is it even a question?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody else in the group can say all they want. What's the Jaguars like?
Yeah, it always was too.
I mean, they got the depth. They finally got something they never had in years. Is depth. They got a good coaching staff. They got a good quarterback. Finally,
It took y'all forever to build, though. It took y'all forever to build your roster.
Our organization's incompetent for sure. But finally, they're through happenstance.
If they can get their pass rush.
This is what happened with the This is what happened with the Jaguars, Kendall. It took us so long because, like, have you ever watched those wooden building blocks?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a toddler build a castle?
No.
Okay, so if you watch a toddler build a castle with building blocks, they start to put it together and they're like, oh, and then they knock it down and they have to start building it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Jaguars. They kept knocking down the castle.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of knocking down the castle and all this, I do want to give a shout out to the guy who made great memes. A happy retirement, Miles Jack. You were down, and thank you for all the memories.
He was never down.
Okay, so somebody explain to me. I've never watched that play. What happened? Where does Miles Jack wasn't down came from?
Oh, I'm gonna send you. I will send you a clip when we get
we'll have to.
The AFC Championship game.
Okay. I never saw that play.
It was in 2017, which was 10 years later after we played the Patriots, and they knocked us out as well. Miles Jack did a fumble recovery. And he could have just kept running. He had like the whole field. He could have just gone, but they blew the whistle. They blew it down. And so they basically made him stop.
The way he was tackled, he sort of fell on a guy, but his knee didn't go down.
So they did the whole
his butt didn't go down.
On a guy where you can fall
but the referees blew the play dead while he was running streaking towards the end zone to win the game.
Yeah, so they even I think it was a bunch of networks like ESPN and CBS and stuff the next day were like, that was dirty. He wasn't down, but it was it's too late. What are you gonna do?
They got Tom Brady.
That's why y'all lost.
The check cash from Bob Kraft and Tom Brady. Right. They're like, all right, boys, the money's good. Blow it dead.
Damn.
I'm playing dead. He's down.
Yeah, because that would have. I think we were down by 9 or 8.
10 or something like that. I think it was 10.
Was it 10?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you were down by a field goal. Y'all were about to come back.
No, we were down where we would have with a touchdown.
Oh no, y'all were. He said y'all were up. Joe Snyder, Jack's.
We were up. We would have gone up. I think we were up by a field goal, and we would have gone up by 10 if Miles Jack streaks down the field and they let the play.
Listen, that game, I I was pregnant during that time.
Her husband got beat a lot that game.
My husband or my daughter's name is London because she was named after the Ravens game. But I was pregnant and I had already cried at the Bills game. I mean, just cried tears of joy. And that we actually had a gender reveal for my daughter during that game, and I literally cried all night. So I remember us being down, Joe Snyder, but I believe you because I was very pregnant and very emotional.
Yeah, Joe says we would have been up by 17.
And I've never watched it again.
That's the closest I've ever come to crying about a football game. I'll admit.
I did.
Didn't quite, but I was close.
You guys didn't see the Saints fans against how they were against the Rams when that play.
The Vikings against the Vikings. Yeah.
Well, against the Rams. Remember that it was like a pass interference.
Yeah, and they didn't call it. Yeah,
man, Saints fans were so pissed. Oh my God, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for bringing up bad memories. Way to end the show.
Hey, that's my pleasure. That's what I'm here for.
Ugh.
Misery loves company.
I
Oh,
mean,
good.
but if you think
Listen,
about
no,
it,
no.
it's
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if you think about it, it's Tom Brady. He probably paid the ref, so
Yeah, for sure. But
Cheat
I
to
also,
win.
but also, Kendall, I do want to mention it's so funny that Matt's talking about this, considering you guys throwback uniforms are the Oilers uniforms. So
I'm too
how's
young
that
for
for
that.
pain? How's that for
So
pain?
I mean, they want to be us so bad. They want to steal our culture. It's cool. I mean, go ahead.
I don't
It's
know nothing
fine.
about that. I wasn't born, so I can't
It's
get into
fine. Go
that.
Why
ahead.
you gotta be?
I don't
Why you
mind.
gotta be offensive like that, Kendall?
Yeah.
Why you gotta be offensive?
The only thing I admire about the Titans organization is the fact that they are petty enough that they are wearing the Oilers throwbacks.
So petty.
when
I mean,
Houston wins
I
the
would do
cup.
this. Like all the Texans are mad. Like, well, how dare you? That's so just, bro. If it was me, I would do the same thing. Like, suckers. Like, why not?
I'm
I mean,
shocked.
I
I
think it would
guess
be
I don't know. I
glorious.
mean, I guess
if-
maybe because the Tennessee Oilers, maybe I don't know. Like
yeah,
they
that 1 year they were the Tennessee
yeah,
Oilers.
so maybe that's why they got them because they were
Yeah.
really trying to make it.
Well,
Well,
it's
Tennessee
because
Oilers.
Bud Adams.
it's the franchise. It's their franchise is the Houston. It'd be like
Benji
the,
G says the Oilers
it'd be-
belong to Houston. Benji, all I can say to you about that is try to say that without crying.
it would
without
be,
crying
but
this
it would
time.
be the same as the Colts coming out in their throwbacks was a Baltimore, Baltimore Colts.
I wish they would. I wish they would.
Question too. KC was originally the Texans, yes, and we bought it from Lamar Hunt. Like we tried to buy the Oilers from Bud Adams, but he's a stingy bitch, and he said no, and that's why we became the Texans.
Why on earth would Kansas City, Missouri have a team called the Texans?
They were the Dallas Texans, and then he moved to Kansas City. Became the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was
I was about to say, what in the world?
It's all because of Bud Adams, and I hope he is getting grub warmed right now.
All I gotta say
I
is
knew where you were
Hey.
going with that.
Texans fans, and y'all hate the Adams family so much.
No, I love Amy Adams. What was her last name?
Drunk or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Skunk.
Skunk. Yeah,
Skunk.
I love her.
Skunk.
She's awesome. She's drinking mayonnaise with the fans and all that. Like that's great. But Bud Adams, yeah, and he's actually from Lawrence, Kansas, so I even hate him more.
I want to go to Houston for Halloween and dress up as Bud Adams.
Used to be the iconic picture where you're like this,
they'll
with the
probably
2
kick you out the
AFL
city.
championship rings. Oh yeah, that'd be great, Josh. You already got the facial expression for it, everything.
All right. Well, listen. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Going in, signing off week 2, going into week 3 of preseason. I just can't wait. This has been the longest off season. We've been doing this 5 seasons now. This has been the longest. I'm like dying. I'm like itching for football. I don't know why it feels like it's taking so long, but holy crap, it's been taking forever. So, Matt, we have a fantasy league happening. I'll let you announce that real quick.
Well, I mean, it was for the admins and the network, but if everybody else wants to join up, I'll create a league.
All right.
Let me know.
Yeah, last ditch fantasy league. If anybody wants to play with us, we can create a little fun league on Yahoo.
No,
Yeah.
sleeper.
Yahoo.
No.
Sleeper.
Ugh,
Yahoo's the
Sleeper
worst one.
reigns supreme.
hate sleeper. Okay. fine.
I mean, I love Yahoo. That's fine. I'll make it on Yahoo, but sleeper
Sleeper.
remains supreme.
I hate it.
Oh, also don't forget the contest that we're having going on.
Go ahead. Yep.
Yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media. The September 11th episode, you can make a comment. We'll pick a random person who comments from YouTube. You get a free jersey of your.
So you go follow Fan Battle Sports, the podcast page, which is AFC SFB, which stands for AFC South Fan Battle, on Twitter, and then follow the Fan Battle Sports YouTube channel, and you are entered to win a jersey of your choice.
Or you can also go to fanbattlesports.com and subscribe there, all one click. Boom.
Boom. There you go. Fan Battle Sports. All right, Matt, where do we find you on social?
Wednesday nights, you can find me at Texans Fan Battle with BT and Crenshaw. And Saturday nights, my boy and Josh Sr. and BT, we started a fantasy podcast. So, I mean, I am the reigning champ. So if you want to see a bias, come on down. And also on A1, Day 1 Texans everywhere.
Josh Allen.
You can find me on Twitter at Josh Gives Up. And I'm not on the show this week, but tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Jaguar Fan Battle has special guest Jarrett Bailey, NFL writer for USA Today. So make sure you check out the fellas, Cody Cole Gaming, Matt Grieve on Jaguars Fan Battle tomorrow night, 8 Eastern.
Josh Sr.
Yes, you can find me tomorrow night on the Hush My podcast with special guest Mike Patton. We'll be on going live at 9:30 Central Time.
Nice. And Kendall.
9:30 Eastern Time.
9:30 Eastern.
You can find me on Twitter at introvert_K.
And are you on Titans Fan Battle yet?
Nope.
No. Well, Titans Fan Battle, I'm sure we can get you on the rotation there.
Yeah, they lost Flame. They lost Flame, so they could probably use another guy. So
what happened to Flame? I ain't heard his name in a minute.
Guess you could say he flamed out.
Yeah, he's a Packers fan in real life. Matt, what day is the Titans show? Mondays at
7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Okay, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, you can find me, Sammy Football, on Twitter and Instagram. It's Sammy Football with an I. Sometimes on Jaguars Fan Battle when they need a diversity hire, and then here every Monday hosting AOC South Fan Battle at 9:30 Eastern. And now we are weekly because we've gotten into the regular season, and here we go. I'm so ready. This is my time of year. This is my time to thrive. I can't wait. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Sam loves Jalen Ramsey.
I hate when you...
About to be the clash of the Titans. Strike like a lightning bolt. You feel the ground pounding, that might be the coast. Quick like a joke, like to hit when provoked. Don't you doubt that. That's a Jaguar, do a